culture,
Respect.
Courage.
community,
Acceptance.
Empathy.
communication,
Understanding.
Beliefs. Tolerance.
Cultural diversity is a term that means different things to all of us. It's not a term I actually think of often because I tend to think that we're all culturally diverse.
Cultural diversity to me means a sharing of culture, coming together and just embracing the differences that we have.
Cultural diversity to me is like unity of all cultures. People can all come together as one.
Basically means inclusion. It is about being mindful that people walk through the doors of the school with their own culture, and that we need to recognise that because that is their form of identity.
So for me, it's my family, my kids, like many Australian kids, have a diverse cultural background. So they are Indian, Tibetan, Scottish, a little bit of English. And so for them coming to this school, they connect in with a lot of the different cultures that are part of their heritage.
We have a saying at our school that they're different families, but we're the same community. And I think that sums it up. Everyone belongs.
Cultural diversity is really important for schools in Australia. We do have an incredibly diverse population, and that's certainly reflected in the students and their families that are within our schools.
In Bringbank, we're really fortunate because we have such a rich cultural diversity of families. We have 43% of families that were born overseas, 57% speak a language other than English, and we have over 150 different languages in our community.
Our school has 305 students. Of those 305 students, over 2/3 have been in the country less than 5 years, and a significant part of that less than 12 months. At least 1/3 of our families are likely to have a refugee background, and a significant number are in community detention or are asylum seekers.
Cultural identity of kids is really important to help them feel connected to school as well as to home. Culture is important for children's identity and well-being. It gives them a sense of self-worth and who they are.
I know from my own experiences growing up in Australia back in the day, and I'm talking about 45 years ago, this cultural understanding just, it wasn't there. So I had my home life and then I had my school life, and they always clashed together, and so I never knew where I needed to behave in what way, so what was appropriate and what wasn't.
We know that culture is a critical factor in developing identity, in developing belonging and a sense of connectedness. Those factors are key to positive mental health and well-being for children and young people. So it's really important for schools to understand their community and the school population, both in terms of language spoken at home, country of origin of parents or grandparents, but also to do that in a way that's inclusive of everybody and not just focusing on creating a sense of other or a sense of you're different from us and we're the mainstream, but saying, well, we're all different and we all need to be included here.
I think as a new leadership team, one of the things we wanted to do was be very strategic about what we wanted to see in our plans in 4 years' time. So we've just gone through a review process where we involved parents, students and the staff so that we could put together what our vision was for the school and where we would be in 4 years' time.
When families come to this school, they are made to feel welcome from the very beginning. People are always greeted at our school. So people know they can come at any time and that no question or no concern is irrelevant to us, outside of our business or something that we don't want to help them with. So people know that we're here for them. And so as we continue to build relationships with them, we have learned that we can be part of a stronger community together.
On enrolment, we will have close contact with the family, and during that enrolment process, of course, we find out quite a bit about their background and where they come from. And we do try at the very first stage to open the doors for the family to make that connection with us.
For example, if you have some problem, they still help you, you know. Always find a solution for somebody really need it. That is a great thing. This is why we do something better to us, to the community. We must give something from our heart to the community. How they treat us, we help them more to be in one.